flavors and some options for making some patterns. So first let's go over the hip movement that we're going to be layering. And this is going to be a camel. So this is kind of like the bottom of what you might think of as an undulation. This is from the rib cage, below the rib cage down. So if you are not familiar with this movement, it is starting here, pelvis goes forward, tucks up, pelvis tips back this way, and comes backward and releases down, presses forward, and comes back. So the hips are making a circle going like this. So you need to be familiar with that movement first and really be able to execute it nice and cleanly. So what we're going to be doing with our feet is we're going to be using half of a grapevine, so we're going to step out, and then we're going to put our foot behind. So out and behind, out and behind, out and behind. And you can stay flat or you can have one foot on the ball, whatever works for you for the speed you're going to be doing this at. So because we have 2 footsteps, we're going to need to divide our hip motion into 2 parts. So this pushing forward part is going to go on the step that comes out here, and our pulling back portion of this camel is going to happen on the back crossing step. So out, cross, out, cross, out, cross, out. When we want to change, we pull back without, instead of doing the cross steps, so we can go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that. 7 steps, and then the 8th count, no weight change to the back, and we can go to the other side. So let's actually talk about making some patterns with this. When we are in this camel position, at the front we have a tuck, and at the back we kind of have a drop here, like this, before we come forward. So if we take these as isolation points, tuck and drop like this, we can start to mix that in. So if we take this here and we go forward, pull back, forward, drop back nice and cleanly, then we can make a contrast between the smooth movement and the sharp movement, and we can have some options for some patterns. So some fun things you might want to do are maybe 1, 2, 3, sharp, 1, 2, 3, forward, and sharp, high. Or maybe you want to do every other one. So I'll go ahead and go the other way. So we have smooth, sharp, smooth, sharp, smooth, sharp, like that. So of course, you know, what you make your pattern happen, that's all going to be dependent on your music, where an accent is, where a phrase ends, something like that. Something that's going to make you want to change the movement because of what the music makes you hear and feel. So that's just something to play with. And another thing that you can play with on this is change your angle and take a look at how it looks different. So if I'm here, I can use this to travel sideways towards my audience, or away, like this. Or maybe I want to travel on a diagonal. And how these things are going to look based on the angle of viewing is something you want to know. Anytime we have a small movement that kind of occupies a relatively small percentage of the body, and this really is just right here, then it's really important where this is seen by the audience, because it's kind of how much visual impact it's going to have. So check that out when you have a small movement. Also, because this movement is interesting and travels and really occupies the lower body more than the upper body, it makes it a really good way to travel interestingly with balance props, because this can stay up nice and clean, but you have plenty of interest going on down here. It makes it look very complex, and it looks like it's hard, because it can be hard sometimes. Keep this up and nice and clean, and keep your balanced prop from being disturbed. So there's some things for you to play with. That is your quickie today. And take a look in the box down there. If you are not subscribed to the other days, there's always good things coming. So have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.